Hi, this is Illuminated Readings, and this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Sagittarius between the 25th and the 31st of August. Let's begin. I'm channeling a message right now that you might be hearing about something. Um, could be some sort of news you're not expecting, or something that's a bit annoying for you. Um, I'm getting like this sort of like heat in the moment annoyance. So it's like you're really busy and just out of nowhere something's just coming in for you. That's kind of annoying. So prior to coming into the week, I see you being in a sort of energy of you're having to make a choice, some sort of decision. The decision could be in regards to some sort of path, and it's really weighing down on you, is what I can see. You're really making this choice of what's best for me. You're calculating everything, weighing up everything, what's right, what's not right, what works, what doesn't work for you. I see you being really confused by whatever this decision or choice is that you have to make. Um, you're hoping that um, what you have some sort of hope and faith that you will pick the right one. You'll pick the decision that will basically lead to your happiness and lead to divine blessings coming in for you. But you're really confused about this decision or this choice, whatever it is, coming into the week. At the beginning of the week, I see you nurturing yourself, connecting to nature. I see you quite a lot in your feminine energy, really calculating everything, thinking about things in things in general, as if they are coming for you, if they're not coming for you. I see you more in a feminine energy of just attracting towards you. You're trying to attract the right situation, the right choice towards you, as opposed to you chasing, is what I feel like. Um, but I feel like it's a short-lived thing that is going to be. I feel like it's a bit of a challenge for you to be in that feminine energy of attracting what it is that you desire to manifest in your reality. I feel like you're more masculine in your energy. You like to chase after things, and you like to get, whatever you chase after, you like to basically get your stuff like that, whatever your manifestations are. Um, but I'm seeing here that it's a big challenge for you to be in this sort of energy of waiting for your manifestations to come to you, your what you want to come to you. It's like you find it very difficult to hold your thoughts back. And I see by the end of the week you're in this energy of you're going completely 100 and 360. No, it's not 360. 180. 360 is quite interesting. Maybe you do this all the time, like in every situation that you go through, where it's a big decision that you need to make, um, and there's other choices that you can pick from, um, and you sort of go through this energy of trying to figure out what is the best one for you, and then you sort of go back on you go back and you sort of it's a big challenge for you to stay in that energy of trying to attract the right opportunity towards you. I see you by the end of the week being in this Four of Pentacles energy, which is not a really good energy. It's like you're really like holding on to what you already have. very tightly. There's no room for growth. There's no room for anything that could be beneficial to you. It's only what is there is there. And I feel like it's something that's, by you being in this energy, is not going to be good for you in regards to whatever this choice, this decision you're having to make is. Because it's you have all these cups up here and the Seven of Cups, and you're really confused about which one to pick. But by being in this energy, it's stagnating that. You're actually attracting the one that's not good for you. You're attracting the opportunity that's not good for you. This energy is beautiful, to stay in. If you can stay in this energy, if you can get out in nature, and sort of ground yourself, would be fantastic, I think. I feel like you need to have an understanding of not everything is permanent. Things are temporary. You need to acknowledge that problems, they come and they die. They don't live forever. No problem lives forever. And you just need to be a bit more patient. I feel like you've been quite patient. You've been waiting for a long time, for the right thing to come in for you. But you just need to be a bit more patient, because I see you starting off the week in this energy, but then you going off into this energy of sort of defending yourself. You're being challenged of defending yourself from your own self, is what I'm seeing. I see these wands over here, they're your own mind, and you've only got this one wand. It's like Pandora's box. It's like there's the one hope, but the hope's not that strong in this situation. I mean, you're really holding on to this one wand, and you've got all these other wands down here, these 6 other ones that are trying to basically stop you and be like, it's like your negative, it's like your thinking pattern that is stopping you from whatever it is that you're trying to, whether this is love or if this is career, this is basically trying to stop you from, your negative thinking pattern is stopping you from manifesting what exactly it is that you want. And it's putting you, you're going from this energy to this energy by the end of the week. So this is midweek, you're in midweek here, and then by the end of the week, you're in this energy, which is not really good, to be honest with you. It's really like, controlling. It's like there's no room for anything new to come in. It's the same old story that's going on repeat, that you've been kind of going in a cycle with, like, you always start off optimistic, positive, and things are going to work out. You're nurturing yourself, being prosperous, things are prosperous, and then very quickly your mind affects you, and you turn into this basically, and you sort of stagnate yourself, unfortunately. I see by you being like this, it's blocking your clear thinking, and it's causing you a lot of pain. By being in this energy, you are in a lot of pain. You're putting yourself, I don't know what kind of pain this is, but it could be career, it could be love. But by you being like this, you're almost like blocking yourself in a major way from whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You need to recuperate your energy. I feel like you're almost like you're stretching yourself too thin. You need to recuperate your energy. I know this is feeling very tiresome, that this always happens to you. I feel like this is what you say to yourself. This always happens to me. Why does this always happen to me? I think what you need to do in this situation is to rest. By you resting, and what resting means is not overthinking, going into your mind, and being physically present, mentally present in the moment, as opposed to thinking about what could go wrong, what couldn't go wrong, because these are just things that haven't happened yet, right? What you've been through in the past is not indicative of what's going to happen to you in the future, because you've already been through this situation. You've been through situations. you know, and you've been through this energy, you know, this thinking pattern before many times is what I'm getting. But you need to just sort of almost take a step back and look at the bigger picture of, you know, what's going on in your life at the moment. Because I see here, you know, you do have the choice. You have choices in front of you, and you're trying to make a decision of which is the best one. So they are in front of you, but it's just you're letting your mind get in the way. By you resting and recuperating spiritually, physically, and mentally, emotionally, I think the best way maybe could be sleep, or relaxing. Do something that helps you relax. You know, food or whatever. Ground yourself. Go into nature. Nature's a very big one here. I keep getting nature. If you go into nature, go to like a park or something, and just chill there for like, you know, a little bit, like an hour or 2 hours, just by yourself, no music, and you feel a lot more different. And it's going to cause a revelation to be revealed to you about this situation, of maybe this pattern. Maybe you're not aware that you're doing this, but it's showing up here that you are doing this. But if you get into this sort of energy and you just sort of relax, you know, and not worry about what is the right one, what's the wrong one. Just rest and relax. You have to realize when you're in this energy and you're trying to manifest, you have to you know, being in feminine energy is about, you know, she's opulent, she's enjoying life, you know, she's connected to the you know, to the universe. She's very connected. She's got I think she's got 13 stars on her head. Yeah, 13 stars on her head, and no, the number of stars. She got 12 stars on her head, and they're equal to number three. So number three is connected to connection to the divine and being, you know, a whole, being connected as a whole. So to be connected as a whole, you do need to be some. You do. It sounds, you know, like it doesn't sound realistic, but it really is that you need to sort of take more time off and recuperate your energy, and just be in nature, you know, do things that fill you up with a joy and fill you up with like happiness and fill you up with you know, good feelings. And that is what they call to nurture yourself. By nurturing yourself, you will be prosperous in this situation. And by you resting, right, not allowing this situation, your thinking pattern, to get in the way of how you feel about what's coming in for you. I feel like you're ready for whatever comes. Like, I can tell that you're ready. Like, if something bad is gonna happen, you know, you're ready that you can handle it. You know, but you need to sort of almost hang your swords up there and just relax a little. You know, you still got your armor on over here, and you're just like really worried about, you know, what's gonna happen. I mean, he's not wearing armor, but it looks like armor to me. And that's what it is. I feel like you just need to sort of relax a little bit. Your mind's getting in the way too much of, you know, this opportunity, and you're going to end up manifesting the wrong opportunity. You're going to manifest from this place, and this place is going to lead you back again in that cycle of, you know, going from the Empress to the, you know, to the Seven of Wands, and then back here again. This is your cycle, basically. This is how you always you start here, and then you go here, and you go here, and you do this a lot. You do this a lot with a lot of situations, and it's hindering you. By you resting and relaxing, it's going to be revealed to you. I mean, don't think of this as, I mean, this is the tower, but it depends who's reading it. But for me, this is more of a revelation to you that's coming in. You're gonna expose it just by relaxing. It's gonna be exposed that, you know, this is what you do, you know. But again, if you stay in this energy, it's bad for you, because, you know, it's gonna cause a lot of pain. It's gonna cause a lot of pain. Your challenge for this week, Sagittarius, is to realize that you need to be more kind to yourself. You need to be more loving towards yourself. I see that you're being really harsh on yourself. You need to show yourself more love. You are a very good person. You're a very strong person. You've gone through a lot. Um, you know, but you need to be a bit more kinder to yourself when you're going through situations. Things happen to you. You don't make them happen, but you have to go through them. And when you go through them successfully, they won't repeat. Sometimes things come and they appear and it looks like something that has come before in your life, but it's not the same thing. And this goes both ways, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. But I feel like you need to be more loving towards yourself, and you need to show more kindness to yourself. Have more loving feelings towards yourself. And I see sort of like you're almost like, you're like Two-Face over here. You can't really see it because it's black and white, but half of her face is a different color to the other half of her face. So it's almost like you always fight yourself, like, in regards to, situations in general, and how you treat yourself. It's almost like, half of you is like optimistic and the other half is pessimistic, and you're almost in a constant battle with yourself. This is what may be revealed if you take some rest. I'm telling you now as well, but this is what it is. And I see that you need to realize that you're not stagnant. You're not stagnant. You're not being sacrificed. Okay, I get a feeling here of like you're just like in limbo when you're like, I'm being sacrificed. What's going on? Like, nothing's working out. You need to realize that no, this is not something that is happening against you. It's happening for you. But you need to learn how to not allow these things, your thinking patterns, to affect you from moving in the direction you want to move in. And this is I feel like it's kind of like what your soul is wanting you to do at this point in time. Again, see, look, you need to be more kinder to yourself. I've got the Queen of Cups twice now. So it's really telling me that, you need to be really caring and compassionate towards yourself. I see you might be feeling, really upset. You might be crying a lot. Just overthinking, like, when am I ever going to be happy and stuff like this. You need to realize that you will be happy. You have some things already, like, that you have already achieved. But obviously you want more, and that's okay. That's completely fine. And it will come in for you. You just need to believe and show yourself some love that, things are going to work out for you. They are going to work out, and everything's going to be, what you expected and more. I see also here that a big challenge for you this week is your independence. I feel like you're a bit more inclined to bad people, bad habits, just because of the fact that it gives you company in some sort of way. Like, I feel like you don't want to be by yourself because of your thinking pattern, but don't fall into that trap. It's a trap, okay? You're going through this to better yourself. It's hard to see it when you're going through the storm, but once you go through the storm, you will see a rainbow. Is what I'm getting. You will see a rainbow. You just need to believe in yourself. It's not. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to be great. You just need to believe in yourself at this time, and you need to love yourself a little bit more. You need to show more kindness to yourself. You're going through this, and you will get to the other side. I feel like also here that you've lost a bit of like taste for life. Like, you're like, you don't find the pleasure in life anymore. You don't find anything luxurious. You don't find anything like something like, oh, this is nice. Like, everything is just like really not black and white, but everything is the same color. Like, it's just everything's black. Like, everything's dreary for you. Like, you don't enjoy things as much as you should be, because things are going to keep going in a cycle for you. So in order to get out of this Four of Pentacles energy, if you do find yourself not being able to, if you do find yourself succumbing to, you know, your negative thinking pattern, how to get out of this Four of Pentacles energy for you would be to let it go. To honestly, to let it go. You need to let it go and realize that it's an illusion. It's an illusion. Like this, the way you feel, like that feeling that you get, I get this really like this sort of shitty feeling that you're like, well, you don't really care anymore. Like, you know, what, you know, it's just whatever, innit? Like that's the kind of feeling I'm kind of getting right now. But you need to realize that it's just an illusion. That feeling is an illusion for you. But maybe you feel like this is who you are, but it's not who you are. It's just an illusion of, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's an illusion that is basically taking over your mind. I'm getting here that in order for you to break this energy, you need to be more harmonious with yourself. You need to be more harmony with yourself. Maybe you ask for too many people for too many opinions and ideas of what you should be doing. I strongly believe that everyone should follow their own guidance and their own advice, because no one knows you better than yourself. And I feel like if you can be in more harmony with yourself, if you can show more love to yourself and be more kind to yourself, you won't be as fragmented. You won't be like a two-face, like, you know, half this, half that, you know, half negative, half positive. You'll be a whole, and you'll be able to talk about what is positive and what is negative, rather than fighting yourself, if that makes sense. You need to be in harmony and peace with yourself, and this is going to cause you to be balanced. I think there's a bit of shadow work that's coming up here. Yeah. It's a bit of shadow work, yeah. It's a bit of shadow work coming up here. But I see you need to realize as well that you've persevered a lot. You've grown. You have grown. Regardless of you being in this energy, regardless of whatever's going in your life, whatever you're feeling, you know, really shit, you're looking at your friends and, you know, they're all moved on and everyone's happy and, you know, whatever it is. And maybe you've been in this energy before where it's happened to you, where you just seen everyone around you just sort of go off and be happy, and you were the last one out, and you just sort of cut people out of your life, and you were just like, you know, I don't want to deal with that anymore. I want to be someone else. But you do need to realize that this opportunity is here for you. It is some decision you have to make. It's a decision that you have to make, right? About these choices that are in front of you. There are choices that are coming in that are in front of you. But you need to obviously, if you're in this energy, you're not going to attract the right one. You need to be more in this temperance energy, which is basically you're leading with your intuition. You're leading with your intuition. She's got one foot in the water and one on the land. It's representing that she is in the physical realm and the spiritual realm at the same time. And this is linking back to you being in more in harmony with yourself. By being more harmonious with yourself, the sun is going to rise, is what I'm hearing. The sun is going to rise. I see the path is laid out before you, but it's like you can't fathom it. I think you need to drink more water. Getting a channeled message here. You need to drink a lot more water. It's just to clear out. Maybe you need to detox a little bit, and the toxins are messing with your mind a little bit. Whatever it is, alcohol, whatever. It could just be a lack of water, lack of fluid. But drink more water this week if you can. But what I'm getting is that this road you're on, this path you're on, it's not straight, and it's not. It is pretty much straight, but it's not on even flooring. It's like hilly. It's like going like this. Is what I'm getting. It's like a mountain almost. You're like climbing up a mountain, and it's kind of going like, but it's going up and it's going to the sun. It's over here, and but you need to realize that you are on the right path. You are on the right path. This is just something that you need to learn from, so you can. Interesting. So you can transform. The older you needs to die. The older you needs to die. In order for you to. So here on the card, on the temperance card, it's like I see this almost like a dead body, but it's like a human dead body. It's almost like a fetus, not a fetus, but I don't know what it is, but it looks like a dead body to me. And his eyes are very dark, and like he does a he hates life basically, or she hates life. And this is what I'm getting from you, is that you need to let your old self die and sort of step more into your intuition. um Now you might be wondering how you can improve your intuition. um a good way to improve your intuition would be if you light a candle and you stare at the candle. Um, this will help you a lot, in especially being a fire sign. If you can connect to your element, it will help you a lot, in enabling your intuition. But you need to move. You need to realize that you are on the right path. You are doing the right things. It's just your mind is basically getting in the way. Hold on, let me check. I feel like this is coming from a place where you feel like it's your duty. It's your shadow self. You feel like it's your duty. Like you need to be like this for whatever reason. I feel like someone's really imprinted their ideas on you when you were a child, and they made you believe that you needed to be like this, and it was your duty to be like this because you're the only one that could carry this much weight. I don't know what you're doing or what you've been through, but I feel like you're like a very strong person that can go through a lot and they understand a lot. But in order for you to get to this next stage, you have to let your old self die, because this is someone's basically told you to be like this in your mind, and you've been living like this whole time without realizing that this is how you're living. It's very deep, but you need to realize that by you resting, recuperating your energy, relaxing, um, contemplating, you know, just in general. But you need to contemplate from a place of recuperation. So what that means is you need to be relaxed and then think about something. I think it will come to you. I'm getting it will come to you. Yeah, like there's two figures here on the stained glass window, and she's giving one for something to this girl down here. And I feel like that's you. Like spirits watching over you. They you got divine beings over you, watching you, and they're about to give you something, some knowledge that will help you set you free. So don't worry too much. Don't allow you to be in your mind too much. If you can, get to the gym. Do things that take your mind off stuff. Whatever it is for you, it might be different for different people. But if you can do more things that allow you to take your mind off, thinking about things, that will benefit you a lot. It's beautiful. So I was just feeling your energy. I feel you really stepping into your element. You're really stepping into your element in a very, very deep way. Um, you've almost like had enough. You're like fed up. You're like slamming your hand on the table and like, I've had enough. You know, um, you're following your heart. You're very, you're very, you're very ambitious that you want to get to the bottom of this. I see this is happening for you intuitively, whether you watch my reading or not. This is something that's happening for you regardless. Like you're getting some sort of not motivation, some sort of like deep desire, and I see you doing this from a negative place. Um, you're like almost like you almost turned it to stone from the negative thinking. I think you're letting this, this is your outcome. So I feel like you're letting, this energy of the Seven of Wands get to you. Where is it gone? I feel like you're letting this energy get to you, and you're letting it put you in this energy. Of course, what I've told you is the advice to help you get out of this energy and to avoid it, which is best for you, to be honest. But I see you, getting to a place by the end of the week where, you've turned to stone. Your mind, your gut, your gut, as in your feeling, your gut feeling, and I feel like your legs, like you've turned to stone. Like you'll walk wherever you have to walk. Like you'll do whatever you have to do. Is what I'm getting. Your mind's turned to stone as well. Like you just like very numb. Very numb is what I mean by stone. Like you've turned very like in those things. Like you're numb to doing things. Like you'll walk wherever you have to walk, and you're numb to your gut feeling. Like you'll do whatever you have to do, and you're numb to your mind. Like you'll do whatever you have to do. But I see you from this place. You're deciding to end something. What is? So I'm getting that this is a painful ending for you. You're ending almost like your childlike wonder of things. You're sort of ending your innocence, and you're forgiving others. Why are you forgiving others? I don't know. Because you're being swept along by your own emotion and your own thoughts. Okay, so this is not a good outcome for you. I see by the end of the week you're becoming very numb and cold, and you're in a lot of pain, and you're sort of ending your child self, your inner child. You're sort of ending your spontaneity, and you're like forgiving people for no reason that have done you wrong. I see this blood, like you feel like there's almost like blood, and you're like, here I forgive you, and here I forgive you, and it's. I feel like it's really silly, if I'll be honest with you. You feel like you're gonna fly like this, but you're being swept along by your mind. You're being swept along by your mind. So to avoid this outcome from happening and taking place, you will need to realize that you have made progress and you are successful. You've done a lot of hard work, and that you need to be You need to be more optimistic about what's to come for you, because I see you like almost like burning in like your energy's burning you is what I'm getting. It's really, really dark what I'm seeing with like what's going on inside of you. It's really dark. You're like almost burning inside, and like you're like, but it's like your blood is burning, and it's affecting everything around you. Things are dying inside of you. The life is dying inside of you, basically, by you deciding to be like this. You're not allowing yourself to see. You're not allowing yourself to be in this sort of hangman position where you sort of not the hangman. Sorry, which one was it? I forgot which one it was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the clear thinking. You need to realize that you need to have this sort of revelation of what this is that you've been doing. I feel like at this point you're like very, very, very like you're letting things die inside of you, and you're almost like very controlling. You're going in a cycle is what I'm getting. You need to realize that you are abundant. Things can change for you, and they will change for you. But the way you're being right now, you're letting your mind win when this is not the truth of who you are really. I see by you stepping in a sort of energy of acceptance of yourself and being like, look, I have made a lot of progress. It's gonna open up um, a whole different game for you. You're gonna be in a much more positive energy, and you're gonna be more joyful about things that are happening in your life, and you'll be willing to go on the adventure to find what it is. Even though it may be hard work, you might have to be very productive, but it will work out. And then you will get to be somebody that's really um, in authority. You have a decision already. So this choice you have is in regards to some sort of homecoming or some sort of community. So decision about celebration. You're gonna be celebrated by making this decision. You will be celebrated. You just need to be a bit more patient with yourself and be more loving towards yourself. I think the key here for your reading this week is you need to be, um, a bit more slow with yourself, be more kind, be more loving towards yourself. By doing so, you're going to open up a whole bunch of doors for yourself, and you're going to realize that, you're just thinking too much. You're thinking too much because things are looking up for you. You just need to let go of this way of being that you're currently being. It's a shadow. It's a part of you that's your shadow self, and it's really, really affecting you at this point. And it's something that you can't get to the next stage if you don't address this now, because later on things are going to be a lot more tougher for you. But if you're not more in balance, if you're not in more harmony with yourself, it's not going to be possible. You're going to keep going in the cycle. I mean, it's entirely up to you what you want to do in this situation. But again, the best thing that you can do is being more loving towards yourself. The main key here is if you can relax, if you can, where is it gone? It was somewhere here. If you can relax, if you can be in this energy of recuperating yourself in all ways, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, recuperating, do some things that are relaxing, you will have a revelation without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, so this is me telling you now that this is what you need to do, because I feel like you're kind of lost and you're letting your mind take over. Even if you do watch this reading, you're kind of like, it's all BS, but it's not. You need to realize that by you being like this, it will come to you. You have intuition. It will come to you that, you know, you will receive messages, whether you're, I feel like this is going to be epiphanies while you're daydreaming. It's not going to be something that's going to show up in your dreams. It's going to be epiphany, but you can only get this epiphany when you're more relaxed. Your energy is literally in flight or survival mode. I feel you're quite annoyed. You're going to be quite annoyed this week by little things that are around you. You need to really put yourself in this energy to, you know, to feel a lot better and be a lot better. You will succeed. I see it here. You will succeed, but you're letting your mind take over, and it's not good. So I'm gonna. If you want a reading, do let me know. I'm gonna leave your reading here. Just message me, and I can tell you what kind of readings I do. But I'm gonna leave your reading here. If you did like it, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you next week.